Hey everybody, how's it going? It's time for another Feature Friday. So this time we're going to go through the role-based applications that are showing up under the inventory module. So I'm going to be using 7.6, but this particular version of 7.6 has got the new mobile applications on it as well, which, as you know, they can be launched into a browser tab or they can be launched actually on a tablet device. So we're going to go through these three applications very quickly, but we're going to do it by way of the browser tab as well as on a mobile device all at the same time. We'll see how this turns out. Okay, so here we go. I have logged into a 7.6 instance. I'm going to go down to the inventory module, and then down here at the bottom is role-based applications, and here are the three applications that we are going to talk about. Of course, my user has been set in the security groups to have access to all three of these applications. Otherwise, I wouldn't even see them. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start with inventory counting. And as you can see, it launches into another tab. Give it a moment to settle down here. And depending upon your security creds, whether you have access to the account books or even the reconciliation, but you can see you have count books here, you have your ad hoc count, which you can do at any time, and then after you're done counting, if you have the security access, you can do reconciliation right here in the application. I'm going to go ahead and open up count books real quick, way over here on the right-hand side, and I'm able to see I have a single count book. Obviously, I've been using it for a very long time, and I could go ahead and proceed with this count book if I wanted to. Of course, I go back. If I go to ad hoc count, I'm able to start a count of the storeroom that is my default. And I could go ahead and start a count over here and just enter the value. And then as I enter values on these particular items that are in the storeroom that are ready to be counted, then it falls off the list and goes from there. And I also get an indication of how I'm doing, how many of the 147 in this case that I have counted already. And then, of course, when I'm done counting, I don't believe I have any reconciliation. Yeah, I've not done any counts yet. But when I'm done, then I would get a listing of whether there is a mismatch or not, and then I could reconcile from there. Okay, very simple application, pretty straightforward. I will mention that you do have to have count books in place before you actually see any count books in the application here. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is inventory receiving. And of course, as you know, in order to receive, you must have an approved purchase order in the system as well. Once it launches in another tab, you can see that we can do inventory receiving, but we can also do shipment receiving. So let me just open up inventory receiving here. You can see I have 38 open POs that I can choose to receive from. I'm just going to take a look at the very first one here, and I haven't received anything against it yet. But the interesting about this next step here is the amount of things that you can do against this open PO from a receiving standpoint. So go ahead and click on that. And you can see that I can receive, I can inspect and put it in a different status if I'd like. If we have rotating items set up, I can then create assets from here. Or perhaps I'm doing a return. I can certainly see the receipts that I've got so far, and if I need to void any as well, I can. The receiving process, just up here at the top, I'll just open that up on the right-hand side, and you go ahead and see, I ordered one. This is how many are due. Is that how many I got? If I did, yes or no, and then check it off and then save that receipt. Okay, so last but not least is issues and transfers. Back over to inventory, back down to role-based, over to issues and transfers. As expected, we open it up in a new tab. Let it settle for a moment, and you can see you have a couple of choices here. So issue reserved items. So the first thing to mention is, again, that default storeroom for the user that you're logged in. Those are the reservations that you're going to see are the ones against that default storeroom. So keep an eye out for that. So once it settles down, you're able to see the list of reserved items. You can see the work order, the bin, the due date, and such, and how many that they wish. And then once you've issued those items out, you just click on the checkbox and you're done. Go back over here to inventory usage records, and you're able to see the actual inventory usage records that have been created in the system from any period of time. And that's just a good reference there. Once you open an inventory usage record over here on the right-hand side, you're then able to see the items that are in the usage record. You can certainly come in here and update that record as you wish. And you also notice over here on the right-hand side there's a plus sign, so you can add items to the record as well. You can save that record from here as you wish, and then once you're done and ready to issue from there, you just click on the issue button and that activity happens. All right, so there you go, 3 brand new applications, role-based applications in the inventory module. So again, I was on 7.6, but if you have access to app points, then you have access to the new mobile applications within that are available for 7.6, as well as manage an application suite. Hopefully that was helpful. We'll see you again next week.